Hello, everybody, and welcome into That Real Texas Team Podcast, episode 118. And we are reacting this evening to the 8th straight win, 20-16 over the Chargers. Gentlemen, how are we feeling already? Like, we're just gonna jump in. I feel like everybody knows our names at this point.
Chargers, we are your fathers.
Oh man, do I got some lightning bolts? This is 2 lightning bolts, or it's just rain. That's the closest you go get to lightning bolts.
Oh,
lightning bolts down.
Dude, you know they're not even actually like Chargers named after like a battery or anything?
No, it's the weirdest name ever.
They're named after credit cards.
Oh shit, that got worse.
Chargers. Oh man.
Oh.
We already got Devil Dog in the comments. What it is, first 6 minutes, they jumped up 14-0. We'll get into all of that.
Oh god.
But man, 8 straight W's, gentlemen. You know, I think it's only happened. This is probably our second longest win streak. Does anybody remember our longest win streak?
Wasn't it 10 games?
Hold on. No, it was third?
What year was that?
Well, there was one year we were like 10-0, 11-0 at one point.
That's what I remember.
Shab. But then we went like 1-4.
When at the year when we ended really badly that year and lost the 1 seed because of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because Shaw, I think, was that the same year Shaw was the Pro Bowl MVP?
2009? No. 10 maybe? I don't remember.
Well, we know it happened. We have had a longer win streak than this before.
Yeah. This is also, reminiscent of 2018 where we started 0-3 and had a 9-game win streak.
Mm-hmm.
So we're one shy of literally replicating history. Now, that team went from 0-3 to 9-3. But we have a distinct possibility of going from 0-3 to having a 12-2 run down the final 14 games. That is number one. I mean, I think we expected to win 12 games, maybe 13 all year. And basically to do 80% of that consecutively is pretty hard to fucking do.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah.
It's the type of run you want to go on as a team.
I don't think the Texans paid off Dicker.
No,
It was 9 straight games. The 2018 was 9 straight games, yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're getting ready to tie that.
Getting ready to literally replicate all of it.
Yes, sir.
But
damn, is that much hate out of that man?
Whomst?
Here. You see him there? Damn. Whew. Okay.
I don't know, but okay. So like, in a way, since we're just getting into it, injuries.
Yeah,
because that's what I see sitting there. That is what we're going to talk about, injuries, because I did see a few things happen with injuries. Okay, so first off, injuries. We're going to start the injuries that the players that didn't play in the game anyway. You got Trent Brown, you got Ariante Ursary. They did not play, and the line was not terrible.
Shit,
I was extremely surprised. Yeah, like I just and I have to say they weren't terrible. I don't want to say they were good, because if I say they were good, they're gonna be good and terrible next game. I'm gonna work with that they weren't terrible as of right now, because they weren't in all actuality. but they did.
The thing is, you don't want to give him
uh,
too much props because you got to do it more than one game.
yeah, and exactly. And so like I know you guys be in like the Facebook groups that try to. I saw the most craziest thing. A person talking about. Did y'all see Caleb Williams? I wish we could trade CJ for Caleb. Then Caleb's going to be the most sacked quarterback in the league again. That's what's going to happen. Because. But the reason I say this, Caleb, only reason I think Caleb's good, and he just barely started looking good recently. He has a brand new offensive line. He didn't get this Band-Aid crap that we got in Houston for CJ.
He has a $200 million line.
I get it, and it's working. It sounds crazy. I know. I understand that, but it's the time for them to do it. He's in his second year. I'm not mad at what they're doing. But 2 years in a row, they've been trying to put this Band-Aid ass offensive line together, and they're not helping their quarterback. It does not help their receivers. I understand they have a problem with always trying to go with the quick play, but there's just sometimes, like we saw multiple times, Max Crosby's all in CJ's lap already. Khalil Max in CJ's lap already. Like, it's just every defensive tackle and defensive end that's elite is in CJ's lap because we have this makeshift offensive line. But we have no run game. I'm not saying that DeAndre Swift is a world beater, but oh my God, DeAndre Swift. Because he's not a world beater, but he's been great for them with this great offensive line that they have.
But and so that also being said, the two guys you just named are all pro like level. If Khalil Mack's Hall of Fame level, Max Crosby's got to be sneaking right up on it himself. You're naming. We've played against some very good pass rushers, not average.
No, I'm not. Yeah, no, and I'm not saying, but I'm not saying it like that. I get that also, but the thing about it is, like people used to always say, Laramie Tunsil at least kept Myles Garrett in check. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm just and I'm not saying I think it was the right move to get rid of Laramie. I said that when it happened. I thought it was the right move to get rid of him, just because as much as he was getting paid, I understood that he was our best offensive lineman, but he was a penalty machine.
But it's
he was just a penalty machine.
You got to keep in mind what you have to pay for those offensive lines.
Yeah.
But if they're not off starting and stuff like that, it's fine.
Oh, you got to think about this. We are not in the same financial situation that the Bears were in.
Thank you.
The Bears could afford to do that, not just because of Caleb Williams, but because of they didn't have a Nico Collins. They had DJ Moore and then absolutely fuck all nobody. They had Cole Kmet. They got rid of basically all the existing offensive line they already had, let a bunch of people go in the defense.
Khalil Mack is the reason why they were able to do that.
Yeah.
They sent Khalil Mack out. They had $200 million.
We spent the money on our defense. That's why our defense is so good.
Well, no, I get that, and that's I understand that that's what they did. They literally put they literally put all the money in the defense, which I'm not mad about, but also at the same time, their attempts they literally you went and got an offensive coordinator who ain't never for real called. What was he, a quarterbacks coach before? Whatever. I don't know.
He was a tight ends coach.
But that
God, even worse.
As much as we all hate it, that's how you find the next offensive coordinator. You got to experiment with some younger guys. Picking the old guys, look where they got the Raiders.
Well, look, we got some comments to get to, gentlemen. Brandon says, put some respect on our best offensive lineman, Blake Fisher's name.
Oh, fuck.
We thought we were going to draft offensive line in the draft, and then they went skill position players more. Yeah. Ursario was, I think, the only one they drafted, right? Last year for sure. But I mean, in total, Juice, Patterson, Fisher, Ursary,
a couple other guys are probably
Ladarius Henderson, who's been on the practice squad.
Did you bring that guy we traded yet?
I just felt like there could have been a way that they could have at least been. Obviously, I'm not talking about getting into like the top 10, but like, where were we projected at before we traded down? 21. Is that where we were at?
No, we were at 25.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at 25. I'm saying if you can get anywhere to like 15 and 20, not overly aggressive, but aggressive enough to go get your guy. But they tried to wait and see if someone was going to fall.
But no, that's the thing. They did. They did try. Casario even admitted that. He said, I was on the phone up until I picked, trying to trade up, and it didn't happen. So he traded down instead.
Yeah.
And to be completely honest with you, the trade down still doesn't look bad.
No, I don't think there was anything wrong with the trade down because it doesn't look bad. Ursery came with that pick, right?
Ursery and
no, Ursery.
Oh, that's the one for Higgins.
So we traded that pick and got the Giants' second pick in the second round.
Oh, and that's what we took for Higgins.
That's what we got for Higgins. We traded from our original second round spot up to get Ursery because there was kind of a little bit of a run on offensive linemen at the time.
They would disappear. And that's my thing. If we'd have stayed at 25, who would we have selected? What rookie offensive lineman has really been great?
The only one that I think we would have taken would have been Simmons or Connerly or whatever his name was.
And Connerly hasn't been awesome. He's been okay. Him and Ursery are damn near a wash. And
Simmons has been hurt all year. Been hurt basically all year.
Yeah. So I mean, honestly,
it looked like the right decision.
Yeah.
But I think wasn't Simmons hurt coming out of college though too?
Yes.
Didn't he get hurt?
Yeah.
I think that was the reason he was supposed to fail anyway. My bad.
But seriously, how was Blake Fisher our best offensive lineman versus the Chargers?
He was.
By PFF grade, he was the best offensive lineman we had, which is wild. All the shit we've been talking about Blake Fisher all year goes out there and has a phenomenal game. Well, no pressures allowed.
Well, you did say, Curtis, he finally got to play his natural position.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
okay, so what if they all right, Ursery, sit down one more game and heal up for the playoffs?
That's probably gonna happen regardless.
I understand that. It's just my thing about it is I feel like that they are going to roll out with these starters just because you have the chance of Jacksonville losing.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, it's not about that. With what they got from Blake last game, it makes sense to start him another game and rest the guy that's hurt. It makes sense to do that. And that's putting Blake Fisher in the mindset of he's a starter. They're not fitting. Nobody's going to rest this game just to rest this game.
Right.
Ursery's going to rest this game because he had surgery.
Here's the fun part about this game.
He's not Justin Herbert.
Well, here's the best part. There's no Phillip Rivers in this game. It's already been announced. Riley Leonard will be the starter for the Colts.
Oh.
So we have a rookie quarterback versus this defense in week 18. Now, we're not trying to get into a preview or anything, but that does change things a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that changed things a lot of bit to me.
Yeah. So, I mean,
like not I wasn't scared of Phillip Rivers, but I was more content that Phillip Rivers would play a tougher game than a Riley Leonard. It's not trying to talk down on him or anything. Like, and I mean, and this is saying that watching Phillip Rivers look like his arm is gonna fall off trying to throw this ball because that's literally I don't like it looks crazy.
Bro, he had
did somebody say he was shot putting?
Yeah. Look, we got some more comments to get to, then we'll get to the next subject. Brandon, and the Chiefs don't mind trading Thuney to the Bears. No chance they would trade Thuney to us to beat them with. Casario didn't just let me see if I can. Casario didn't just build an O-line. He built an O-line he could toss out in 6 months. Yeah.
This is what he's been doing since he got here.
Yeah.
The only
Who was
constant
Casario
we
trying to
have
trade up
is
for?
Davis.
LT from UT, Booker, Gray Zabel, Donovan Jackson. I think it would have probably been
Booker.
Yeah, I think it was Booker. I think Booker was supposed to go later, and he ended up going to Dallas, if I'm not mistaken. Had a pretty solid rookie year. But then we never would have figured out anything about Ed Ingram. You know what I mean? Banks was the name I was thinking of. Yeah, Banks would have been the guy from Texas.
Shit, what has he done all year? I don't even remember hearing about him.
Well, nobody gives a shit about the Saints except for now that Tyler Shuck is like exploding statistically. Fisher still has 2 more years on his rookie contract.
Facts.
Some of the linemen are much better 3rd and 4th year in the league. It's true. There's definitely a jump. You get used to. You get a little bit more muscle to you. He already came back to camp this year, leaned up.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, are you watching the Falcons?
Nah.
You can have Walker Little. Nah, we don't really need him.
Nah, I'm good, bro.
I mean, he's a decent 4th tackle or something. Getting Fisher on the field with a 6-man O-line helped his confidence a lot. Dude, I think it literally helped basically rebuild everything about his football identity. No tape on the rookie, though. More mobility.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Rivers doesn't. Come on, man. They had Phillip Rivers starting over him. They didn't have no faith in him. So I don't either.
Devil Dog, I agree. Urseries, I think, is a solid aspect, and you're getting the same, if not, better production out of him than you are
any of the other guys that would have been 1st-round picks.
Yeah. So I mean, definitely.
And he's healthier than all of them.
You did say on the phone all the way to our pick. Last 2 guys before us were Golden and Donovan Jackson.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. He keeps looking off to his left.
Yeah.
Quarterback for the Colts. He is blindside as well. Yeah. Look, we've got an interesting opportunity against these guys. But kind of shedding some more light on some more love on the offensive line. Fisher and Patterson stepping in a game where we were very, very worried about this pass rush and how the backup offensive line was going to do, literally fearing for CJ's life at one point. And then Blake Fisher goes out and allows no pressures.
Crazy.
They're able to have a very efficient running game. Titus Howard doing the damn thing.
That is one thing I will say that I was also surprised about how efficient the run game was. I'm not gonna say it was good, but it was.
That's all we ever need.
Man, I know because sometimes we watching this run game and these dudes are getting hit in the backfield. I know I did see it a couple of times, but
that's football.
It wasn't.
It's bound to happen once or twice a game. But
yeah, I mean, just the night and day differences of the offensive lines in this game. You did see Austin Deculus, although he didn't start. They started Bobby Hart over him for the Chargers.
Didn't work out well either.
Deculus ended up in the game because Bobby was getting absolutely murdered, including 2 sacks in a row by Derek Barnett.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, just 2 straight absolute dominated plays. And not just no pressures against 13 sack Tuipulotu, Khalil Mack, and Adafe Owe. Yeah.
It was an amazing game. It was an amazing game. But it was good. I don't know what else to really put behind it. I didn't, to a point to where I don't know if it was the play calling or the plans going around. We didn't even see Dare run the ball.
Yeah.
And we normally see Dare in the game and we like, why?
Yeah,
but I think
they used the two young running backs.
I think that's so. Jordan. He showed him something, and I had no problem with him coming in and running the ball the way he did. I thought he did. I thought he was efficient. I didn't need him. I mean, it would have been nice to see him break one. But I also believe the game should have been a blowout. But whatever.
Man, it's different, man. It's special. It was a good game. I think just the fact that the running game was able to keep them honest. They never got to the point to where they knew for a fact we were throwing the ball. At no point throughout the game was there ever, oh yeah, they're definitely throwing it. They had to be honest because you knew for a fact Woody did it multiple times. Oh, we need 7 yards to get a first. He get 8. He been it all year long like that. And then you put it like what Woody does, but then when you put in that other guy who has a little bit more speed, it got dangerous. The linebackers being slower got exposed for the Chargers. Man, it was just, whatever.
What up?
No, dude. I was just about to start our show. I saw y'all were live. Oh, fucking Devil Dogs in here.
Always.
Yeah.
No, that was a good win, guys.
Thank you.
I mean, it was ugly. It was ugly, but
hey, it's football. Football's
exactly.
That's all right. Y'all go have y'all a good win next week.
We got y'all, dog. We'll take care of y'all. For y'all.
Oh man.
The Titans and the Jaguars have a history of ruining each other's seasons at the end. So
keep history alive. That's all I can ask. Keep history alive.
It was a weird game. I mean, offense looked pretty similar for y'all, other than 2 big plays from CJ. Other than that, it looked like the regular offense we've been watching for y'all.
Yeah,
2 big ones out the gate, boom, boom, and that was enough to win the game.
Yeah.
Will Jeffrey Simmons made Lawrence cry.
He probably
made CJ cry a couple of times.
Shit, I know he did.
Hey, Jeff have all
the unholy alliance.
That is crazy.
The only time I root for the Titans.
Hey, shout out!
All right, thanks, Drew.
I gotta go do Titans go for 2, y'all. I'll see you later, Kurtz.
Yes, sir.
Boy. Okay, if I can get out of here.
Oh no, he got it. He figured it out. Let's see. Frontrunner says, I don't understand how the offense is that bad with all these weapons. Yeah, you would imagine that it would be pretty hard to not be efficient with this, but sometimes Nick Caley finds a way.
Nick Caley is still the problem. I'm not gonna
I don't disagree, but I will say that this was Caley's best game.
You think this was better than the Baltimore game?
1,000%. Here's why. Not only were you able to do the 2, big play touchdowns early in the game, you were actually trying to throw the ball in a couple different situations to the running back, who is like one of the most decorated receiving running backs in college football history, for the first time all year. It's not his fault that when he dialed up those plays that CJ got pressure in the face and made a bad throw. He can't throw the ball for CJ. There were a couple situational runs, couple passes here and there that got them into good 3rd and manageables. And then the Dalton Schultz personal foul, which went from 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 17. You can't blame Caley for that.
Yeah, and I'm not mad at Dalton for that, even especially after watching the replay. I'm not mad at him because, the thing about it is, who was that? Was that Tart? I think it was fucking Tart.
Yeah.
He was, like I said, you don't ever catch the second one. I get it, but you know how it is. It's a bunch of men on that field. And I don't know. You know how you be watching stuff and it feels like people are trying to give you like they trying to little boy you. That's what I felt like he was trying to do to Dalton, and Dalton's like, "Nah, you ain't about to little boy me."
Yeah. Eric wants to know: are you saying you are winning despite Kaylee? Yes. We are
100%.
I would consider this
we're winning despite the offense in general, damn near, because I think special teams and the defense are phenomenal.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, special teams isn't always phenomenal, but the last few weeks they have been.
Man, but hey, in my opinion, they've been phenomenal all year. I mean, they've had their mishaps, but they've been damn near on par with the defense. That's how I feel.
They have, like I said, there's been a couple of different times that the run backs that we've allowed have been guys outside their lane. It's a discipline thing.
Yeah.
Not because the guy just ran through us. It's like, no.
I also think things like that happen. And I say it's special. I don't know. I feel like our special teams is up there.
Yeah.
They're always doing something great. So I have no gripes about them whatsoever. Just like I felt like the defense wasn't good against the Raiders, nor I didn't feel like they were good against the Cardinals.
Well, look, Brandon, if this is true, Brandon, that's fucking awesome. Higgins and Knowles set a record as first rookie teammates to have 40-plus yard receptions for touchdowns in the same game since 1938.
Oh,
no, I didn't know. That's cool as fuck.
That's cool. That's real cool.
Oh yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. They talked about that like the whole broadcast.
See, I was at a family gathering, and I was doing my best, but the volume wasn't on for a good portion.
I was doing a lot of screaming my damn self off, so I couldn't just hear over myself.
I did hear that Rich Eisen and Kurt Warner just phoned it in most of the broadcast.
Yep.
Oh, for Justin Herbert, I know.
No, well, I mean they were riding Herbert, but they were like Rich Eisen called Blake Fisher, Jarrett Kingston, and then there were several different instances where they were talking about things that, like, there was
which Kingston did. I did see Kingston come out there.
He was the sixth lineman.
He played Blake Fisher's job.
Yeah,
but they were, like I said it when we were texting, they were completely wrong with the starters.
Oh yeah,
they weren't even close.
because I was looking at it and I'm like, they had the when they put the thing up there, it was all off. It had all the wrong. It was telling all the wrong positions.
And they had guys that weren't even on the field.
Yeah, it was crazy because I'm like, am I not looking at? I don't know who it was, but I'm like, I know I'm looking at this man, and his name is not even here.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Let me ask you this: it's 14-0 early in the second quarter. What were your thoughts?
That we should be blowing them out. But my thoughts were also they're about to come back and it's going to be a close game for no reason.
Yeah, well, I mean, definitely your second thought there definitely came to fruition.
My first thought was that shit's been there all goddamn year long.
Yeah.
He had great protection both times. It was incredible.
Noel was in there playing instead of Christian Kirk. He scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but you know what's the crazy part is? I've seen that exact same play for Christian Kirk, and CJ, I swear to God, always misses him. The same exact play.
You know what the difference is between any of those other, wildly missed passes deep? CJ hit both of them in stride. They didn't have to stop and come back. They didn't have to adjust a whole lot. It was all a fluid motion to catch the ball, and then they just outran everybody. Now, Jalen Noel didn't have that, far to run to get into the end zone after he caught his, but Higgins had a good while to go. And
he had his defender beat by like 5 yards. It was crazy. He had a beat, like when I looked up and I was like, "Oh my God, you just better catch this." I was looking. I was like,
saw CJ passing like that. Tank Dale.
Yep. Now, when all that started happening at 14-0, my first thought was, Now just imagine what this offense is going to look like next year when Tank is back.
Thank you.
Because Kirk is a poor man's fucking Tank Dell. The poorest of poor men. Like he's the food stamp equivalent of fucking Tank Dell.
Tank will be back next year. The thing you have to ask yourself is who won't be other than Christian Kirk? Who won't be? Who won't be back? Whose playing time is going to get cut even more?
Watson, Hutchinson, I think is he in his third or fourth year?
He's going to be in his third.
He came a year before CJ, right? Or did he come with CJ?
Yeah, he was drafted the same year Mechie was. So this is year.
Oh, okay, the year before. Okay,
22.
This is year four for him right now.
Yeah, this is his last year. So Hutch is probably gone.
Because he wasn't a first round pick, so he ain't got no 50-year option.
Right.
No, but you don't think the Texans pay him to stay around?
It's possible. I mean, you're like Brandon just mentioned, Berrios is also on a 1-year deal.
He's gone.
You're losing. You're losing some guys. But if your starting 4 wide receivers next year are Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Jaden Higgins, and Jalen Knoll, keeping another 2 wide receivers, you're probably looking at Hutch and, your pick of the litter at that point.
I mean, in my opinion, I don't see Hutch going anywhere. Yeah. I've always liked Hutch. I just always feel like I feel like Hutch does what they ask him to do. He comes in, he blocks, he doesn't complain, and he catches the ball when they throw it to him.
That's why I say Hutch should be brought back.
Yeah.
Because somebody's not going to overpay for what they've seen for Hutch. In situations like that, when the entire team likes you, they're going to pay you better than what somebody else that doesn't know what you can do.
Yeah. Devil Dog wants to know, do you think Tank will make it back for the playoffs? No, I don't think so.
He'll be there on the sidelines to watch.
Yeah, I don't think he makes it to the.
Yeah, the man broke all the tore all the ligaments in the knee possible.
And dislocated the shit himself. So I mean, he had probably about as bad a knee injury as you could possibly get. Yeah, that entire 2022 class, with the exception of Stingley, is gone, if I'm not mistaken. Or will be gone. Oh, yeah.
Stingley and
yeah. TQ, Thomas Booker. I thought Thomas Booker was the last year of Bill O'Brien, but you might be right.
Thomas Booker was drafted by O'Brien.
Okay. Mechie's gone. Pierce is gone. Harris is in his 4th year. And I don't think they're going to extend him because he's not really done anything.
Not for that price. Not for the price of his rookie extension.
We kind of talked about it a little bit already, but this was probably the healthiest running back rotation we've seen. Somebody mentioned that Chubb only had 1 carry. I'm okay with that. I don't give a shit. Yeah. We're paying Chubb a league, like a veteran minimum, to be on this team. Kind of the same thing we're doing with Trent Brown. His deal's not crazy. If your best 3 running backs are in order, Woody Marks, Jaws, and then Chubb,
we're pretty good.
Then
you play them in that order. I don't care if they never have
a pause. I did not like that. I ain't like none of that. All 3 of their names, I ain't like
it. Woody, Jaws, and Chubb. Look, if that's what you have to work with this season, and we've already seen that they can just be efficient. We don't necessarily have to have like world beater at running back, as long as we can get the necessary yards when we need them. And that's what Woody's good at. Jaws is pretty good about, making some electric plays periodically and making a person or 2 miss. And then Nick Chubb is, he's going to come in and try to hit you in the fucking mouth.
Yeah. That's what you expect. You want your power back to be able to do that.
Yeah. And you had already mentioned it. There was no Dare Ogunbowale sightings. That's a pretty healthy running back rotation, if you ask me.
Yep. Howdy, man.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it. It's the crazy part. If both Woody and Jaws wasn't so small, pause. Just that did not sound right.
You can't just let it slide, man. Nobody thought it till you said it.
It just didn't sound right when I said it. Regardless of the fact, they're not big running backs, and I feel like you would want like a good example. You got like what Detroit has with. You got Jahmyr Gibbs, and Jahmyr Gibbs isn't really small. He just happens to be really fast. But you got Jahmyr Gibbs and you got David Montgomery. I think that is a good, this man. What I was gonna say. If you can get more out of, I would be so much more happier if we can get more out of Chubb than what we're getting. But he's given, I guess, just enough.
And the thing is, I don't believe it's all on Chubb. I still think it's a lot of trying to get them together with this offensive line. If the offensive line moved better, you'd probably get more out of Chubb.
Can you bring that back up, Curtis? So I feel okay. So Mixon. That's a good thing. Mixon. We don't have a Mixon. Mixon, I think, would have been an incredible 1-2 punch with a Woody or
with any of these guys
or that other guy. Now I ain't gonna say with Chubb.
Jaws.
If Mixon would have been healthy, Jaws never would have played. We'd have never figured out that he could actually play football.
Well, exactly, but I think that he would. I think it would have ended up. I think Woody would have came in and got more reps, just like he did, just not to the extent that he's getting them now, because he's basically. I mean, he ain't basically no more. He's running back one.
Yeah.
I mean, we went like with half the season with Nick Chubb being running back one to try to replace the Joe Mixon effect, which I don't think he's. I think he's. I'm gonna say it just like I've been saying it all year. Nick Chubb has been serviceable, maybe.
Yeah, serviceable at times. I mean, but sometimes that offensive line has been the detriment to us all. Mellow Mike says Marks runs with tremendous contact balance, always falls forward for positive yards. With a better line, Marks is Kyron Williams in Houston. Not explosive, just consistent yards. Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is I could definitely see that because Woody runs bigger than he is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So, the interceptions here, this is kind of where I lean into the idea that, maybe Kaylee wasn't the problem this week because they were trying to be aggressive at the end of the first half after they just picked off Justin Herbert in the red zone. They get a decent run play from Woody Marks, but Ed Ingram gets hurt, so they have to call the timeout. The very next play, they come out, they get pressured, and CJ throws the ball, and it's tipped, and Derwin James catches it off the deflection. I don't. Blame.
That was the first pick. I thought the first pick. I thought that was the second pick.
No, that was the first pick. The second pick was the one. I can't remember who picked it off, but the second pick was. The corner was in front of the wide receiver, and he threw the ball like he wasn't even there.
Yeah, he stared him down. It was easy.
Because I think on that one he was targeting Kirk, the second one, but this one was.
My bad. I thought that first interception happened before the Herbert interception. That's why I was asking.
No,
that first pass, I think he's going. There's at the time. If you watch that play over again, Jaden Higgins is doing like a 10-yard out, and he hit the cut, and when Stroud was releasing it. If that ball doesn't get tipped either by the defensive lineman or Derwin James, who would have been in line to, do something about it, that's probably a first down.
Oh no, I agree. Perfect. The timing I thought the timing, and I still believe that it would have at least been tipped by Derwin James, had it not been tipped by Tart, just because the way I just didn't think CJ put enough air under the ball. I know it had to have been more of like a line drive, but it wasn't enough air because you got to get it over Derwin James.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And I don't feel like he was going to get that. It just didn't look like I feel like it was too low for whenever T.R. Tart went to hit it. So I don't know.
I mean, look, there was a lot of issues. I mean, that's a CJ issue. That's an offensive line issue. Offensive line is supposed to keep the defensive linemen's hands down if they can do that. And then CJ is supposed to put the ball in a better spot, away from danger. He didn't do that. That's not Kaylee's fault. Mm-hmm. Then you look at the second interception where CJ's staring down Christian Kirk. There are literal open receivers just to the left. He doesn't see those guys at all. Throws it to Kirk, interception. Again, not Nick Kaylee's fault. Mm-hmm. We had talked before we came on that he was actually that Kaylee was actually even involving Woody Marks in the passing game. There were tons of incidents where it just the ball was underthrown or CJ was under immense pressure and couldn't deliver an accurate ball. Not Kaylee's fault. But on to the defense, who, as per usual, is the star of the performance by the Houston Texans. Let's see.
That's my defense.
Stroud is used to throwing to navy blue jerseys.
Yeah, hey, there might be some truth to that.
Yeah. The tip pass was on Jaws Jordan. Chargers run a TE stunt, and him and Ingram don't communicate. Jordan goes outside for the safety, who was in disguise, and drop. The James INT was an option route to Schultz. Bad read by CJ for sure. I don't even know why we put Kirk out there. Wasted reps. We saw what Noel did. You're absolutely correct. I don't know why either. I think it's because occasionally CJ can find him and make him productive, but for the most part.
And the thing is, if I've been watching them a lot because I like these Iowa State receivers, all of them. But Christian Kirk is our best route runner on the team. Route-wise, he's the best route runner on the team. And that's including Nico. That's why sometimes he's on the field, because he runs a crisper route, which is what CJ's expecting.
Yeah.
But Christian Kirk has more than lost a step.
And CJ has found a way to consistently overthrow that man.
Yep.
Every time he gets open.
You remember when they talked about how Patrick Mahomes couldn't overthrow Tyree? He couldn't overthrow Tyree. He just couldn't. Same thing it goes with Noel. Noel has the type of speed you can't overthrow.
Yeah. But defense was as advertised, showing up, showing out, doing the damn thing yet again against Justin Herbert and his Chargers team. 5 sacks, 1 interception, 2.1 yards per carry. After we had
should have been 6 sacks, but somehow Justin Herbert is able to just stand up and throw them. Bro, I don't even like Justin Herbert, but I will give him props on that play.
Bro, the man's 6'6". He's 6'6", like 250.
No, I get it. I get that he's low. It was just crazy. Whatever that he got the pass off, for him to throw it accurate was crazy. It was crazy. It wasn't that far of a pass, but it still ended up being like a 10-yard gain, and it was just crazy. With this 300-pound defensive lineman hugging you, it was crazy.
Yeah. But anytime your defensive stat line is 5 sacks, you get a turnover and 2.1 yards a carry, you're putting yourself in a solid position. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but the Texans quietly lead the NFL with the lowest field goal percentage allowed.
Nah, that one I didn't know.
So and it's crazy. Some of them are blocks, but I swear a lot of them just be very horribly missed field goals.
So this thing happens when you become really good at blocking field goals. Special teams coaches overthink shit. Kickers overthink shit. Oh, that guy's really tall, so I got to get this ball up and over everything. Oh, that guy broke through the line real quick. I need to wait a second and then kick it, a tenth of a second slower than I normally would, or faster. That's what happened on the extra point. And then on the chip shot field goal he missed, it was one of those where Danico Autry, who's leads the NFL in like extra points blocked in his career, I believe, but he commands such a presence on special teams that people try to do shit differently. And it can't be understated what Frank is able to do with Danico and the rest of the special teams units to make everybody else kind of shit their pants on special teams. Yeah. Like, we don't pay this man enough, and he's already the highest paid special teams coordinator in the league.
Well, you see why.
We bribing all the kickers. Aziz showed you the difference.
Man missed a field goal under 40 or an extra point all season. He misses both in this game. It's crazy.
Yep. Aziz showed you the difference when he is not playing Mike linebacker out there. Yeah. He keeps the defense in better alignment, and his instincts in the gaps is phenomenal. Pro Bowl is well deserved. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. They bribe the refs, and we bribe the kickers.
Oh my God! Yes,
because kickers worried about
too. Aziz being back made Henry T look better.
Yeah,
because I thought Henry T played great.
Henry T's good at playing downhill. If he has to play any type of coverage, he's not that good.
He's dead.
Kamari Laster gets hurt. And then the following two plays, 76 yards of offense are gained while targeting his backup.
Oh, Tremont Smith. Oh, that was crazy. That was terrible. Oh, my God. That was terrible.
Oh, yeah. Before I forget it,
I was so happy that he came
Tremont
back.
Still returning kicks?
I've been trying to figure it out, too, because he ain't fast.
No, he's very fast.
I can't tell.
But he's not good at returning kicks.
He ain't good at doing anything.
Why would anybody be scared of your special teams coach? All right. It's not like he's out here committing mass atrocities. Before they kick, we shut that Dare Ogunbowale. Oh, we sure that Dare Ogunbowale isn't going to steal their job? People need to recognize Laster is an elite lockdown corner. 48.6 completion percentage allowed, lowest recorded by any corner in the last 3 years per PFF. 92 tackles, 17 pass deflections, and 4 INTs.
And think about it, he gets targeted way more than Derek Stingley.
Yeah.
Sometimes I honestly be thinking that Derek Stingley's not on the field because they don't target him.
But the thing is, the NFL, other talking heads have even said it, the Texans have the best cornerback duo in the NFL. Yeah. When I started hearing other people say it, I was like, okay, so I'm not looking like a homer saying that same shit no more.
No. It was kind of evident last year. I mean, Kamari took a minute this season to kind of catch on, but last year he did really well. This year they're doing really well. They are absolutely flourishing in this defense. If they can get Jalen Smith as their, consistent third corner, and, you still bring in Petrie at the nickel spot for a while, and you get yourself maybe Jalen Reed can fill that other safety spot in the long term, but if not, you might have to get another one there.
And
then the secondary is unstoppable.
Before I forget to be said, do you know who our highest ranked defensive player was?
Do not say
was it Wallace?
Yep. Kayvon Wallace was the highest ranked
defensive player. He did look very good. You are right. He
was all over the damn field.
Mm-hmm. Now think about this. Last year allows less than half your passes to be completed opposite Sting. Has this 27th most tackles despite not allowing completions.
Because he hits running backs. He does.
Then you hear all the homers say, guys, it's Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. Oh no. Oh no. Our defense is like our defense is Thanos, baby.
Isn't he a safety though?
Who? Cooper
DeJean.
No,
he's a slot corner.
No, he's an outside corner.
Cooper's a slot corner.
He has to be a slot corner because they have a Dory Jackson out there playing outside, opposite of Quinion Mitchell.
Okay, all right, I'll be wrong. I'm sorry.
No, but that's why I thought that's why I was thinking Cooper DeJean it was a damn safety because with him being a slot corner, I mean it makes sense. I understand now. But,
why does it make sense? Because he's Caucasian?
Oh, damn.
I'm just playing.
He be John Lynching. He be John Lynching out there. Hey,
John Lynch.
Man, he just airball. My bad. I'm watching the Rockets game.
Stop.
That Wallace kid made Miles Bryant an afterthought, and Lecky Fotu was good too. Yeah, Lecky Fotu was one hell of a practice squad addition this week.
Oh yeah, he was all right too.
He's probably.
I feel like with all our injuries, the people that stepped in, you didn't realize that we had any injuries. If that makes sense. I mean, except for when Trayvon Smith came in. Because I swear I agree with Mike. I was just looking at that, and I know I was texting you guys like, "Oh my God, he is just horrible, just ridiculously terrible." And oh man.
Did you see the elephant in the room? The elephant in the room?
Yeah.
Who? Fadakasi? He ain't play, right?
Bro, they gave Fodokasi's number to somebody else. He ain't playing no more.
Nah, he's done for the year.
Bro, okay, I knew I wasn't tripping.
Yeah. That's why I made the mistake of thinking that was Fodokasi out there. They gave it to somebody else.
It's Naquan Jones.
Yep.
I remembered seeing a vid about Lecky Fotu when he was still a Raider. Yeah, and look, he's a very strong player. I think he's also of the Samoan descent. Yeah. I think an Oos. But
he doesn't even have a normal Samoan build. He's actually a long defensive tackle.
Yeah.
That's all right. Tua don't got a Samoan build either. That's why he stay hurt with concussions.
Nah, what kills Tua, I still say, is the fact that he's a left-handed quarterback.
Oh yeah, that too.
That's a struggle.
I know, and it look. I don't know. I hate watching left-handed quarterbacks throw the ball. So nothing against left-handed people. It just looks weird. Looks like Phillip Rivers trying to throw the ball.
Yeah. Look, gentlemen, I think it's a good spot to go ahead and wrap her up. Do we have any closing comments?
Like I said, Kayvon Wallace, he didn't make us forget Miles Bryant, but Miles Bryant can now be what he's supposed to be. A reserve player.
Yeah.
He was starting at safety.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but who else did we have?
He didn't, but that's why Kayvon Wallace had.
Fotu and Togai, both Samoans, teach them Haku's Tongan death grip. 80s wrestling reference. Hell yeah, bro.
Oh, you went that far back. I love it.
But look, gentlemen, I appreciate you coming on, taking time to talk Texans ball. Brandon, Mellow Mike, Eric, Big DQ, You almost got me. I almost said it. Yeah, appreciate you guys in the comment section. Make sure if you're new here, you hit the like, subscribe button. Head on over to @Mastery Productions to follow Mike and support his channel. Head on over to @That's Crazy Podcast and Talk to support Chris and his podcast. If you just want to follow him on Instagram, it's Pacman_King Freestyle. And then if you're going to stick around, we're on this AFC South show. We're going to be breaking down week 17 here in about 20-ish minutes. So stick around, check it out. Be good people. Hit the like, subscribe button. Go Texans. Fuck the Colts. Cowboys.
Hey, if the Titans could get it done this weekend, I'll give up talking shit about them stealing our jerseys.
They're gonna get it done.